As you know, in order to have a successful activities program in your school, it is essential to have the support of your administration. Based on the nomination process, the winner is selected by a committee of the MASC Executive Board and is announced here at the annual convention. This year, the winner is a dedicated role model for administrators from across the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and is a true advocate for student activities. And I think we can say that this is the first time in the history of this award, in my recent memory, the fact that a superintendent of schools is receiving this award, which you would figure that when an administrator moves out of a school and into the role of a superintendent, that their connection to students begins to change. And I can tell you with unbelievable certainty that the recipient of this award, although he has moved out of the building into the role of the superintendent, his connection to his school and to his students at his high school has not wavered in any way, shape, or form. If anything, it has only gotten stronger. I want to read to you just a few testimonials from the support letters that came in for our recipient this year. When Mr. Bernard served as the principal of North Reading High School, he was always in touch with the student council and was very involved in what we did. Although he became the superintendent 3.5 years ago, he never lost that connection with his council. He is very active in following all of this council's social media, frequently retweeting posts in order to get the word out for our events into the North Reading community. Every morning, Mr. Bernard stands on Main Street in their high school with his cup of coffee, greeting students as they enter the building for the school day. Although Mr. Bernard has never been with any current students as their principal, he still knows everyone by name and truly cares about them. He is such a visible superintendent, which is such a rare case, but has proven with great strength that student activities fosters a positive school environment. That is from Mary Madden, their student council president. Their advisor. He checks in with student council delegates as well as other student leaders and athletes. He was the principal only for the senior class, yet knows everyone's name and can ask them for personal questions about their studies and sports and activities and achievements. As for our seniors, he continues to write letters of recommendation to universities and scholarships. He knows where students are applying for acceptance and knows everything about their future goals. With many students, he continues to have the rapport of a favorite teacher or coach, and I don't think you could say that about many superintendents. As an administrator myself, you strive for excellence every day, and that when we read the nomination letters for Mr. Bernard, it was without question that he by far truly is the inspiration for what an administrator in a school should be. And when you see the culture and the climate and the student council from North Reading that comes to this conference each and every year, you know the fact that the backing of Mr. Bernard and the support and the guidance and their growth is instrumental. And we can owe that to Mr. Bernard. It is with great honor to introduce to you the 2018 MASC Administrator of the Year, the Superintendent of North Reading Public Schools, Mr. John Bernard.
Thank you all very much. I'm truly overwhelmed. Paul, thank you for those kind words that you shared from North Reading's student council and advisor, Mary Madden and Amy St. Arnaud. How's the conference been so far? Good? I heard a lot about the keynote speaker today. North Reading has already been hounding me to bring him to our school soon, so we have a history of doing that from the past, so I'm anxious to talk more about that. So thank you all very, very much for this tremendous honor. Paul, thank you to you, your support of student councils that brings so much to high schools and the Commonwealth. I'm very grateful for all that you do. I need to thank North Reading's Student Council and their advisor, Amy St. Arnaud, and shout out for Duncan McNeil. Duncan, I don't know how you're going to sleep tonight. I accept the award tonight on behalf of all of the school administrators across this state who have the very good fortune of interacting with so many good and caring young people who seek no glory and only to serve their schools and their communities and to make them better places. When informing me that I was the 2018 recipient of MASC's Administrator of the Year Award just a couple of weeks ago, Mr. Brannigan told me that I would have an opportunity to offer some words of inspiration. But quite honestly, it is all of you that inspire me, as have the literally thousands of young people like you that I have met in my long career working in public education. But with that said, I have given quite a bit of thought of what I wanted to share with you tonight, and I found inspiration in where we are in the world today and the role that you, as young leaders, will play as you seek to find greater meaning and purpose in your work now and in the future. I'm of the belief that you might not yet fully realize the impact that you do have in the lives of others presently, and how that work you are doing today will prepare you for having a greater impact in your adult years. Those of us who have the good fortune of working with young people in schools know full well of your potential and your impact. In the years to come, it is my sense that you will come to further hone your skills as leaders. This conference is but one example of how that will happen. And the impact that you will have will be far more than you might imagine sitting here right now this evening. I've worked in schools for 32 years. It's a long time. As a high school English teacher and assistant principal, best job I ever had was a high school principal. And now, I didn't sleep last night wondering about whether or not I was going to call a snow day. The principal's job is still the best. Never have I felt so strongly about the potential for young people impacting change in their local communities, across our great country, and in the world. We live in an age where it is easy to be cynical and negative and even hopeless, but the power of positivity and optimism is so great and so meaningful, and you all are in such a great and fortunate position to have such a wonderful impact on those you know and those that you don't know. You are shining examples of so much that is good. Who's a hockey fan in here? Any hockey fans? Okay. Chris, I told you. If you've ever seen the 2004 movie Miracle about the 1980 USA men's hockey team's victory over Russia at the Winter Olympics, I was alive when that game was played. You guys don't know what you missed. There's a great scene with the USA coach Herb Brooks telling his players, quote, "Great moments are born from great opportunities." You're here tonight not by chance. You've earned the respect of others who care a lot about you and are among a select few representing your high school. You have an opportunity here tonight, in the 3 days of this conference, to really do something special, to learn from others and to share with others. This is an opportunity to create great moments back at your respective schools and communities. Seize this opportunity. There is so much more out there for you to take advantage of. We are truly in an age of global awareness, more than we have ever been, and there is so much out there for you to take a part in leading the change that needs to take place for all of us. Create the great moment. I'm fully confident that each of you possesses the talents, the skills, and the instincts to do wonderful things right here, right now, today, and tomorrow. This is your opportunity. This is your moment. I thank all of you, each and every one of you, students and caring adults who are here this evening, for all that you have done and will continue to do in service of others. I am excited about the future for you, and I am excited about the future because of you. Thank you all once again very, very much for this award.